Hi, Dom.
Hey.
What are we making tonight?
Taiwanese food.
Yay! Taiwanese food. We're making zhanjiao. Did I say that right?
I don't know what that is.
Zhanjiao.
Zhanjiao? I don't know what that is.
Steamed dumplings.
Oh.
We're making steamed dumplings. And we're gonna, show you how to do it. So Dom is beginning to make the dough. So can you just tell him what you're doing really quick?
Tell who?
The YouTube viewers.
Oh, you said him.
No.
Mixing water and flour to make the dough. The water is hot.
Okay. Do you have measurements? I can post them in the discussion.
Yes.
Okay. So for measurements, we're not going to talk about measurements in the video, but if you look in the description box, you'll see all the measurements to everything. So far he's just mixing water and flour. What kind of flour is it, honey?
APF, yo.
APF, yo. All purpose, okay? Okay, so Dom is rolling out the dough. Can you just slow down for a minute to show them the texture? Okay, so it's a little bit sticky.
When you pull it, you can see it's not smooth, right?
Right.
So it's definitely not ready to rest. We need to knead it together. And those lines they won't disappear, but they'll become less. As you knead, you'll see it become smoother, and then you want to let it rest 20 to 30 minutes, and after a half hour the dough should be much smoother. So we'll show you the change.
Okay. Okay, so for the pork filling, we have, this is 3 green onions. This is the white part and the green part. This is about a big tablespoon and a half of ginger that I just mashed with a mortar and pestle. I like to do that because it really releases all the juices and the flavor of the ginger. So we're gonna go ahead and put that into the pork. Next, in the mortar and pestle, I just put about a tablespoon of the white part of the green onions and I mashed it. And the reason why we're doing this is because we are making onion water. Okay, so we're just gonna put this into here. Okay, and we're gonna let this sit into the water, and it's gonna make a nice flavored water. All right. And then I'm gonna put the rest of these green onions into the pork mixture. I'll probably save maybe about a tablespoon from that for the dipping sauce and the clams, okay? So that was probably about, I would say, 2 tablespoons of green onion plus 1 tablespoon in here. That has been mashed and added to about 1/4 cup of water. Okay, to this mixture, we're also gonna add some sesame oil. That's probably about a tablespoon. Okay, the next thing we're gonna add is pepper powder. Now, I would highly recommend using white pepper powder because it has a very distinct flavor and it looks nice, and it's just a very nice, strong Chinese flavor, but I only have black ground pepper, so I'm gonna use this, and I'm probably gonna use maybe just half of a teaspoon. All right, but if you try to use white pepper powder if you can, it's much better. So we're gonna start mixing this, and as we mix it, I'm gonna pour this liquid with the green onion juice into it. So I think you really just need to get your hands in here. All right, and just do circular motions. And I could smell the sesame oil, and it really just smells amazing. And this isn't like a meatball where meatballs, Italian meatballs, they say don't over mix it. You can actually kind of really get into this and mix it very well. It's okay. I think the firmer the mixture, I think it's actually pretty nice like that in the steamed dumplings. And you add water, this green onion water, and it's gonna make it very nice and moist. That way, when you bite into the dumpling, you're gonna get this nice juice kind of running out of it, and it's gonna be really tasty. Okay, so it really smells awesome. And I'm gonna do a taste test with this. I'm actually gonna just take a little drop of it and put it in a pan and I'm gonna, you know, cook it and see, like taste it, see what it needs. It might need more soy sauce, it might need more ginger. It's really up to you and how you like it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll see you back. Okay, so Dom let the dough rest for about a half hour, and then he rolled it out into strips. They're about, what, an inch, right? And then he cuts the strips into little balls, tries to make it as even as possible. Okay, so now I'm making the Taiwanese dipping sauce for the dumplings, and it really varies depending on your taste buds and what you like. So I got some sliced ginger and garlic in here, and I'm adding some of this paste. This is chili garlic sauce. You can use fresh chilies if you have them. I'm only putting in a little bit, maybe like a half a teaspoon. And then some soy sauce. A little bit of sesame oil, not too much because it's very strong. Just a drop. Do more soy sauce. And then you finish it with rice vinegar. Okay, so you add rice vinegar to your taste. You can add some white pepper powder, you can add some cilantro, that's what I usually add, but I'm just working with what we have today. And then you give it a mix and you set it. I added some green onions, I added a little bit of cilantro and some pepper powder, and now it's perfect. So I'm gonna set it aside. Okay, look at what Dom made. He brought over a treat for us. He made Bing. You remember when I made that, but I made the thick one. So Dom, he originally made the thick one, and then he just rolled it out thin, and this is what it looks like. Okay, Dom's rolling out the dough. So the trick that the chef in Taiwan taught us is to try to keep the center thicker and roll out the ends thinner. And that's kind of the trick to making sure that the, you know, the bottom of the dumpling doesn't collapse. That's not really the word. Break. Yeah, there you go.
I think it'll be...
Maybe like the size of like a, just like a dumpling wrapper. Now doesn't that look delicious? It looks just like the ones that you get in Taiwan. Okay, so Dom's doing a great job over there. Very good job. He's working with a larger rolling pin than they use in Taiwan because his small one is in our boxes. And over here, this is for the hamatang, which is clam soup with ginger and green onion. So I just got strips of ginger in here. You could use as much as or as little as you like, but it has a strong ginger flavor. So you want to make sure that you have enough for that. And I put a little green onion in there, and I'm going to put a little bit of salt. All right, that's probably about a half a teaspoon. I could always add more. And basically all it is salt, ginger, clams. You bring it to a boil, and then you just basically add green onion at the end as well to finish, and that's it. It's like a very, very, very basic soup. In Taiwan, they use really little clams, but here in New York, I'm gonna be using, I got little necks. Cherry stone would probably be better, but this is what I have. I just have them sitting in water so the extra sand can, you know, release out of them. So I'll show you the next step. We got our Bing over here. And this is going to be for our, here's our bamboo steamer. And we're gonna put it on top of this. Now, you don't have to do that. What you also can do is you could take a wok and put some water in a wok, and then put the bamboo steamer on top of the wok too. So, what is this braised tofu? Did you add the garlic yet or no?
Nope.
Okay, so hamatang. Broth is good. Clams are a little too big, but still very tasty. That was my favorite soup. You didn't really like it as much as me, but I loved it. How is it? Is the broth similar?
I would have more ginger.
More ginger, right?
Yeah.
And then we have a stir fry. Now this stir fry is kind of our Dom's creation. I don't think you'd normally get this in Taiwan, but very good.
It's kind of like a Hakka stir fry. They use the dough gone in their stir fry, I think. So.
And then dumpling.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Now I think the dumplings were pretty successful. The dough is off, but the meat is pretty good. Can you record? Okay. The dough is a little too stiff, but I do think we got the meat pretty dead on. Oh god. Alright, take toe.
Did you
Benita!
just drop that on the floor?
Yeah. Benita! Yeah, it like falls out. It's stuck to the bottom. Alright. Let's try it again. Yummy. The dough is a little too dense, but the filling came out really, really good. And with the dipping sauce, it tastes very similar to Taiwan.